teacher?
Yeah? What's up?
About the drawing that I did in class the other day. What can I do to get better?
Looks like you suddenly have a burst of effort. Are you aiming to go to an arts college?
I was thinking that could be good too.
Don't. You shouldn't.
Is it okay for a teacher to block a student's future?
Because you won't be able to eat, even if you go to a place like that.
But look at you, teacher. You're a teacher.
It just means that I was unskilled. There are many smarter ways to live. There's no need for you to purposely choose a narrow road. Anytime I would speak to an adult, they had the role of teacher. But now I had switched places, and before I knew it, I had gotten used to being called that myself. Which also means that back when I had a lot of great hopes and dreams, and I was the same age as the child in front of me, I never could have imagined that this was going to be my future.
But why do you regret becoming a teacher, mister?
Well, no. It's not that I regret it. Once I tried it, being a teacher is actually pretty fun.
Well then, why are you saying that?
Well, it's not the future that I hoped for. The people that were actually able to become what they wanted to become are one in a handful, and I ended up a loser.
Are you saying that that's how I'm gonna turn out?
It's all about the possibilities. In the art world, out of all the people with talent and skill, only those with the luck of winning the lottery can finally stand on the stage. That's what it's like. And knowing that situation, there's no way that I can send one of my sweet students out there.
Really?
As if.
Huh?
If it's a dream that you can give up on so easily with this little lecture, then you should really avoid it.
Shoot, that was a trap!
That wasn't my intention, but...
That's a lie.
It's not a lie, and plus, everything that I said is the truth. If you don't have determination to put your entire life on the line, then don't move forward. You're only going to experience defeat.
Mister, do you know of the artist named Mizuki Hayami?
Yeah, I do. I hadn't heard that name in years. All this time, for a long time, I had intentionally avoided it, but I never could have imagined that I would hear it out of the mouth of my student.
I bet. She's a really famous artist right now.
For our generation, she jumped way ahead of all of us and became famous.
I saw on TV that person recently won a really famous award.
Interesting. Is that so?
One of those paintings, how much do you think one would cost?
Who knows?
I heard $1 million.
Well, that's amazing. I don't know how many times of my salary that is, but you know what? It really is a lottery. No matter how good a piece of art might be, normally, it wouldn't have that much value. There must be some other value in addition to the artwork that increases the price.
Yeah, I get that. That's not what I'm saying. I only saw her on TV, but she was super pretty. Both her and the painting. And that's why I thought I wanted to paint like that too. That's all.
Is that so? In that case, I'm rooting for you.
What?
If you have the feeling of wanting to paint, then I'll teach you. And if you have the determination to keep drawing, no matter what, then I'll also root for you to take that path. I'm your teacher after all.
Well, I'm gonna bring my painting. Wait for me.
Sure. The student walked away, and I was left alone in the classroom. But even still, that Mizuki, I guess she became famous again. One artwork is worth 1 million? I can't even imagine what kind of painting you would have to create for it to have that much value. I thought about looking it up online, but I decided not to. Probably because I wouldn't be able to look at it with pure eyes.
Hey, Yuya, about the expression here.
Let's see. If it were me, this is how I would do it.
Oh, that's amazing. It got so much better.
Told you. There's no way that I would be able to teach her now like I used to back then. No matter how many paintings I would make in this place, there's no way it would win against one painting of hers, and not just from a money perspective. Because of course, even though I showed so many paintings to my student, that student never once told me he wanted to take painting seriously and pursue it. And yet, just by seeing the artwork by Mizuki on TV, all of a sudden, he was serious. There was a very clear difference between Mizuki and me. It hurt. When I listened closely, I could hear it. When I closed my eyes, I could still clearly remember. Back in the days when Mizuki and I weren't anything, when we were just high school students in the art club together, she and I were painting together almost every single day. When we were in high school, my classmate Mizuki Hayami and I, the only members of the art club. It sounds good when we say we were the elite few, but in reality, it was just that we weren't popular. Even the literature club was more popular. That being said, that was the perfect environment. Both Mizuki and I were serious about our painting. We both had the dream to go to art school and someday be able to live off of our own paintbrushes. That was the future we hoped for.
Yuya, you're amazing.
What is?
The one you submitted for the art festival the other day. It got the gold prize too.
The gold prize isn't enough though.
But why? I think it's amazing.
Because there were more prizes above that.
Love that, but they were all adults. And within that, some of them were active professionals.
That doesn't matter. Age or experience. If I can't win against all of them, there's no way that I can get to where I want to be.
And this is why you're so amazing, Yuya. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to become famous one day.
You say that, but what about you, Mizuki?
What about me?
Is there anything that you want to be in the future?
Let's see, I do love painting, so I hope I can paint forever. Maybe becoming a school teacher could be nice.
What are you saying? That would be such a waste.
A waste?
Mizuki, you're one of the very few rivals my age that I really believe in, so if you don't compete against me forever and ever, then it's a problem for me.
Is that a proposal? You're blushing.
I'm not blushing.
Are you sure? But you're right. I hope we can be side by side painting together forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you become famous, don't leave me.
As if I would ever do anything that cold-hearted.
That's true.
Anyway, first, we need to get into college.
Stop that! We're suddenly coming back to reality.
You can't panic over something this small.
Well, for you that might be easy, but for me, I'm barely getting by.
First of all, you panic too much, Mizuki. You should be more confident. Even at the last art contest, when I opened up the lid, and out of all of the high school students, you were just behind me and got the silver award. Once we finish our college entry exams, should we go celebrate somewhere?
What? Really?
Of course.
It's okay even if I don't get in, right?
Wait, why are you saying that?
Because you said once we're finished, you didn't say anything about getting in.
In that case, no.
What? No fair!
If you want to go celebrate, then you have to work hard.
Well, yeah, I am going to do my best.
It's fine. With your artwork, you're going to be fine. The next spring, both Mizuki and I were accepted into our dream art college.
Wow, everybody here looks so cool.
You're right.
I guess that's what artists should look like. Do you think we look too normal?
It's fine. In the end, the artwork is what it's all about. Even in college, Mizuki's and my relationship didn't change at all. We would spend all day painting side by side. Our instructors were a higher level as well, and our skills were evolving exponentially. As a result, our range of artwork also expanded. And just like that, 1 year passed by, and then 2 years passed by. During that time, I was caught in a slump. I didn't think that anything that I painted was good, and even after I painted them, nothing seemed to click. Weren't well rated either. Little by little, my speed of painting also started to get slower.
Here you go, Yuya.
Whoa, that's cold.
This is for you. You should take a break.
You're right.
Your painting is a pretty big one.
I guess so. How's it going for you, Mizuki?
I just finished it, and I sent it in for the awards.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty proud of this one.
You've been on a roll lately, Mizuki. Unlike me, who was constantly in my head and indecisive, Mizuki only continued to move forward. Some of the artwork she posted on social media went viral, and she had become a little bit famous. Even though they were small, she was also given offers for exhibitions. However, I was too scared to ask about the details. I was scared that she was opening up all of these new doors and would leave me behind. What do you think about my painting?
I think it's really great.
Really?
Well, could also be because I'm your biggest fan, Yuya. I might be a little biased.
Damn it.
But I really do love them. Your paintings.
I'm happy to hear that, but
Listen, Yuya.
what is it?
Promise me that you'll continue painting forever.
What?
I know how difficult of a thing that is, but please, don't just break your paintbrush, because we promised, didn't we? That the two of us will always continue painting together?
That's a given.
Good. Then fine.
Perhaps at this point, Mizuki had already noticed my impatience. In other words, maybe she had noticed that I was being swayed by my jealousy, my desire for acceptance, and pathetic things like that.
I don't want to get in your way, so I'm gonna go now. Good luck for the rest. The deadline is coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get the top prize.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
However, forget the top prize, my artwork wasn't even chosen for the gold award. It got the silver. Instead, the piece that was selected for the top prize was... Inside of that art museum, in the most attention-grabbing spot, was Mizuki's artwork displayed. Top prize. The spot that I spent years and years chasing after, Mizuki had gotten. I was only happy for her for a brief moment, and my body was quickly overtaken by a dark, heavy feeling. Adorned in a beautiful dress, standing under the spotlight, surrounded by many people, was Mizuki. Within that gathering were even some of my favorite artists. Someday, it was supposed to be me getting the top prize and speaking to them. Someday, I believed that I would be standing there, shoulder to shoulder with those people. And yet, the spotlight never reached me. Without even saying one word of congratulations, I left the art museum alone. It was probably because Mizuki was so blinding under the spotlight, and after that, I started running away from her.
Hey, Yuya, next time.
My bad.
What?
It's almost time for my shift.
Did you start working somewhere?
Yeah, costs money to paint anything. Really sucks to be poor.
I see.
Are you fine, Mizuki?
Yeah.
But I knew that without having to ask her, because Mizuki was currently stepping up, bit by bit, on a staircase that only a limited amount of talent could climb, and she was skipping up those steps. She began exhibiting her work in galleries, and her paintings sold right off the shelves. She even started getting invited onto TV. I heard that she got invited to an overseas event soon. There was no way that she would be struggling for money. If anything, a lot of adults were dropping a lot of money to make her paint. Well then, I'm gonna go.
Good luck.
You too.
What?
I'll be watching. No matter how famous you become, I'll always be watching your artwork. If you get carried away, you slack a little bit, I'll know immediately.
Don't worry, I'm gonna do my best.
In that case, fine. And in my memory, this was my last conversation with Mizuki. She became so busy that she was no longer able to come to college, and even in the rare occasions she did come, I avoided her. And then, by the time that we graduated from college, Mizuki had already become somebody that was far out of my reach. I completely gave up on my dream to become an artist, and I quickly got my teaching license. Starting this spring, I was going to teach painting at a high school. The future plans that Mizuki used to speak of turned out to be mine, I guess. No, maybe not. The dream that I used to speak of and the dream that Mizuki used to speak of had both taken different shapes because neither of us were painting side by side anymore. I should have at least said one word of congratulations to her. Giving up on my dream was my own decision, and that's why there's nothing more that I could do. If there's anything that I regret, that wouldn't be it. It would be that I wasn't able to be happy for my best friend. No, the girl that I liked, and the honor that she was able to get. Also, that I was the one left behind, and I wasn't able to keep my promise with her. A world-renowned artist and a local high school teacher painting together, that future was probably never going to happen. That night, in a rare occurrence, I got a phone call from my father. "What's the matter? Calling me?" "There's something I need to talk to you about." "Why do you sound so formal?" "Do you have any interest in an arranged marriage?" "Arranged marriage?" "That's right." "But I'm still in my 20s. I haven't thought about marriage." "You have somebody in mind for that?" "I don't, but..." "In that case, why not? I don't have that much time left. Let me hold my grandchild while I still can." When he put it like that, I was weak. Last year, after years of a hard life, my father collapsed. In order to continue rooting for my dream of painting forever, he had continued working for years and years and ended up working too hard. It was my fault. Hey, Yuya. There isn't only one way to live. Even if you couldn't make your dream come true, having a wife and a child to protect is a brilliant way to live. At the very least, I've had a great life like that. I know that. I've always looked up to you for that, Dad. Well then. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that would be good. I wasn't able to become an artist, but now I'm still able to survive off of painting. Asking for anything more is simply a luxury, isn't that right? The next day, for the first time in a long time, I sent a gift to Mizuki after I gave up on all kinds of things. In return, I was determined. When I looked up on the internet, I could find multiple paintings that Mizuki had done until now, and every single one of them was truly brilliant. Many times more so than my paintings. When there was this much of a gap, I couldn't even be jealous. So I thought about finally releasing myself of my last regret. It was the last thing that was weighing on my heart. The thing that I had never, ever been able to say, although I still wasn't able to say it to her face. Well, someone like me, you would never be able to see her again anyway. The sky opened up and went on endlessly. We might be under the same sky, but we weren't next to each other. Mizuki, congratulations. You really are amazing. At the very least, I hope that feeling would reach her. The person for the arranged marriage was a beautiful woman, 2 years younger than me.
Mr. Yuya, what are your hobbies?
Painting, I guess.
That makes sense. I understand why it's your job.
I guess so.
Will you try to paint me sometime?
Of course. The arranged marriage went on, steadily, without any bumps.
I know it seems a little too early to ask this, but what about kids?
It's a good question. I want kids.
Do you like kids?
I don't know. Until pretty recently, I didn't like them that much, but ever since I started my current job, even though sometimes they're brats, I still find them to be very cute.
Was it not always your dream to become a teacher?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I wanted to become an artist, but you know, it was pretty difficult. I hated myself for being able to laugh about my setbacks like that. Me in the past never would have been able to. In fact, I may have punched myself for laughing about it, but I was an adult now, and I had gotten used to things like that. But it was at that moment I noticed a sound from outside, feet stomping in the hallway. Like there's a commotion out there.
Sounds like it.
I wonder if something happened. As soon as I said that, doors swung open.
Finally! I finally found you!
Mizuki? Standing there was Mizuki, who I hadn't seen in years. What are you doing?
Something that was mine about to be taken, so I came to claim it back.
What do you...
I'm sorry, but this arranged marriage is cancelled.
Hey, what are you doing?
You don't care if it's Yuya or not, do you? But for me, I can't. If I don't have this person, then I can't live. It has to be this person, and this person only. So I'm sorry. I can't give him to you.
Suddenly, the arranged marriage was annulled. Other person thought my ex-girlfriend had barged in, and she was super angry. How is it that Mizuki knew about this arranged marriage? Well, it probably began with the gift that I sent her. And when she called me to thank me for the gift, my phone number had changed, and she wasn't able to get a hold of me. She had no choice but to call my parents, and apparently, my mom accidentally told her everything. That being said, who would come all this way from New York?
Because
And not only that, aren't you in the middle of a really big exhibition?
it's fine. The artwork is already on display, and even if I'm there, I just have to make pleasantries with everybody. To be honest, it's exhausting. I wish I could just paint and paint only all the time.
I wonder how many artists there were in the world who would be forgiven for saying that. She really was a chosen person. You really are amazing.
Yuya.
Long time no see, Mizuki.
Yeah, long time no see.
Have you been well?
I guess you could say so. Oh, I'm still painting though.
Looks like it.
What about you?
I don't paint for myself anymore. I'm a high school teacher now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
One of my students, he started saying that he was inspired by your painting and that he wanted to become an artist.
And then, what did you say?
I told him that he should find a different path.
Poor guy.
No, don't you think it's much more sad to push him down the path of art?
You really think so?
Yes, as someone who succeeded, you wouldn't understand.
I don't like when you put it like that.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean for it to sound bitter.
Fine, but...
You haven't changed, Mizuki.
What? No way! I thought I've become pretty mature after all these years.
No, that's not what I mean.
I have a bigger chest too.
I know that. They're valued in the millions now.
I guess so.
They're paintings that I won't be able to buy in my lifetime.
That's not true. If it's for you, Yuya, I'll paint as many as you want for free.
Is that so? Well then, why don't I ask for a few pieces? In that case, I'll become a millionaire in one night.
Sure.
You should get mad. That was pure bitterness.
But even then, it would really be fine. I'll be sure to get my reward anyway.
Like I said, I don't have any money.
I don't need anything like that. Instead, I want you.
What?
If you need money, I'll give you however many millions you want. And in return, I want you to give me your life. I don't want you to become anybody else's but mine ever. We promised, didn't we? That the two of us would paint together forever and ever. And you promised that you would always watch me painting. So don't you know that's why I continued painting? Because I wanted you to continue watching me. Because I wanted to be together with you forever. And yet, you were trying to go off and get married. Of course I was going to jump on the plane and come back for that. Please, stay by my side. Please don't run away from me anymore.
I'm sorry.
I don't want an apology.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, don't apologize.
I can't believe I would make you say that. I really am the worst.
Seriously.
Are you seriously fine with someone like me?
That's not what I'm saying. It has to be you.
But I can't teach you like I used to back then.
But you're a teacher, aren't you?
You already have all of the skills, don't you? You're already well above me.
That's not true at all. I've always said this, haven't I? That I'm the biggest fan of your artwork, Yuya.
Everything that I had been harboring inside of me was melting away with Mizuki's warmth. You know, this is making me want to start painting right now. It's been a while since I felt like this.
Well then, let's paint. Like we used to, together.
You need to go back there, don't you?
That's true, but to be honest, I wasn't planning on going back soon anyway.
Really?
Yeah, because I already told them over there. The next time I come back, I was going to drag my husband there with me.
Do you mean?
Who else would it be besides you, Yuya?
And just like that, I was laughing again next to Mizuki. I bet I was going to start painting again, not for an award or for my dream, but just to see the woman that I love smile. A painting like a love letter, side by side with her.
Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.